Just remember you volunteered.
Okay. Alright, so we are here to play a game called Fear Factory 5, written by Earl of Five Games. If you're watching this, please like and subscribe. And if you're going to get this game, realize that this does contain spoilers. So if you're going to be a player, maybe you should not watch this. Alright, so let me get the intros going. You have banded together some months ago doing jobs here and there, attempting to make as much money as possible. Recently, you received a communique from a local guild. The Moon of Telsix has put forth a sizable 5,000 credits per each of you. The job determined the culprit of several disappearances from their colony. Few citizens or strangers seemed interested in taking up this contract. Who knew what could be the source of the abductions after all? But greed is a powerful motivator, and the governor had credits to spare. Maybe some of these weren't here for the money, but a little extra coin was always a good thing. Each of you are waiting for your audience with the magistrate of this colony, who is your contact. As you wait in this throne room, more or less, with tubes and circuitry about, it's more as if a factory than an actual place of grandeur. As you wait, you can roleplay amongst yourselves. Go ahead.
Sarge sits on a nearby bench or surface, just sharpening one of her knives. She looks at the other three with a little smile quirked up on one side of her face. And one of them had just proposed that she couldn't keep a clean mouth for the space of 24 hours, and she's replies, "I'm willing to wager that I can go longer than any of you without speaking a harsh word. Anybody willing to put their money where their mouth is?"
Yeah, I'll take you up on that. You put your 5K on it, from this job? Sounds good, right?
How about we say 1% per screw up?
That's not much of a winning. Don't you like to gamble?
Oh, I just don't want you to go home empty-handed, Lang.
Look, I'm pretty confident in this.
What about you all?
Not interested.
Yeah, Tomahawk sort of pacing as well, and he seems to be itching to draw this huge sort of double-handed monofilament sword on his back constantly. It's just like, nah, not interested. Want to get the job done, get some cash, get pissed.
We haven't even started yet. You're a little bit too antsy for me.
Sooner we get started, the sooner we get finished.
Oh, you need to calm down, Tom.
Nah. We need to get mad. We need to get angry. We need to fuck someone up.
Yeah, maybe save that for later. Right now, I think we're just having some communication.
Yeah,
Don't know
whatever.
who to get angry at yet.
There's always someone. There's always someone.
Sarge just kind of mouths, "Okay," and turns back to her knives.
How's about this? 1K, okay? Sound good to you?
Alright, 1K to the first person who slips up.
I thought this was about you.
Oh, hell no, if you ain't willing to risk your own self. My whole point was I'm not the only one who says a naughty word every now and then. Maybe more than most, but I got self-control.
Fine. Just give me a second. He pulls out this little tablet and starts writing away on something. It's sort of like a contract, you know, very... He hands it to Sarge. Here, sign this, and we're good to go.
She picks up, the little digital pen device or whatever and gets ready to sign, and then she kind of squints at you, starts scrolling through the contract, reading it in detail, making sure you didn't slip anything sneaky in there.
Nah, it's on the up and up.
Sykes laughs as she watches the contract being drafted and passed over. All this over some curse words.
Hey, I see free money on the ground, I take it.
I have trouble not taking the challenge.
I can't wait for one of you to stub your toe.
A fool and his money are easily parted, she says, looking at Lang.
He shrugs nonchalantly. You sign it already?
Yeah, she signs it.
He'll take it back from me and start messing with some stuff on. Leaning against the wall, waiting.
One of you gives me 10%, I'll stub the other one's toe for him.
Hey, now. We should play nice.
He shrugs. No offense.
As
Just a
you're,
bet, right?
as you're talking, a thin man in his middle years walks from a room behind the where the throne is. He's wearing a fitted jacket, black in color, and matching pants. His arms are placed behind his back as he approaches you. Ah, I'm Magistrate Vermis. You are the off-world aid we have requested and contracted, is that correct?
Yes, sir, that is correct. Sarge stands up and comes forward, kind of holds out her hand. We're here to help you with your little problem, but we need to know exactly what you know before we get ready to head out.
Of course. I just want to make sure that you're the right people for the job. I don't want to send people out and pay them if they have no chance of succeeding.
Well, I mean, look at this guy. And she, Sykes points over to Tomahawk.
Yeah, we just need to know which direction to point him.
Yeah, you point me at shit, I kill it. Or I break it. Or I move it out the way. Or I bring it back. Whatever you want done, I do it. I'm a pro.
Write that laundry list down.
It might be a little bit more complicated than that, I'm not sure exactly.
Well, that's what we got the other two for. They handle more complicated situations.
Lang waves, but doesn't look up from his little tab.
Very well. I should tell you what you're getting into, as far as I know. You see, this place... We are a hub of virtual intelligence manufacturing and productions. And one of our factories have long been disbanded, discarded, used mostly as a dumping ground now. But unfortunately, it seems like something, or someone, has taken up a residence there. We don't patrol the area all that often anymore. But in the last year or so, some of our colonists, scientists, researchers, workers have gone missing. There's been reports of people being dragged away past the junkyard, as we call it, into one of the abandoned factories. He shrugs. And this is not making our stockholders very happy. Production is down. We need someone to investigate this and put a stop to it.
Dragged away by what?
Unfortunately, we do not know.
Have you had any discontents who left the employ of your factory who might be responsible for such a thing?
No. Besides those who are drug away, everyone is accounted for.
what now?
Anyone drug away of any note?
Oh, several important scientists. No one that would be shocking. No one that would cause a wave past this moon.
How are those important scientists important?
Well, they were some of the leading creators of virtual intelligences in the galaxy. We make the
Really?
best.
You have their names?
Yes, of course. He looks up at his data pad and Dr. Soon and Dr. Robin.
Do I know either of these two? I mean, it's
I-
just first name.
Give me a, let's see.
I'm a tech boy. I figured I'd follow up.
Yeah, sure. That would probably be a connect roll, though.
So, skill connect?
Yeah. We'll say difficulty 4.
What attribute do I put in there?
That would be intelligence. Yeah, you're able to query both those names from the local mesh, and you see that they're both renowned virtual intelligence scientists and doctors. But
Nothing
nothing,
else?
nothing really that special about either of them.
Is it Robin and who?
Soon.
Ah, those two. Right. I think I read about them somewhere.
Lose anyone else or just those two?
Well, janitorial staff, others such as that. No one important. It is just making the other scientists and workers uneasy. And more importantly, our stockholders, as I said.
When you say they was dragged into a nearby factory, you know which factory?
Oh yes, yes. I can give you directions. There is a large factory at the end of the junkyard. It has been abandoned for, 20 years at least.
Anyone been down there for a look?
Well, it's funny you should mention that, but Governor Thatcher sent a detachment of soldiers there. They have never returned. It's been 2 weeks now.
Well, well, well.
How many in a detachment?
6. We do not have a large force here, and we cannot have soldiers dying left and right. Other the Board of Regents will shut us down, and our stocks will plummet. We cannot have that. This needs to be done on the down low.
On the down low, well, when we find who's responsible, I can't guarantee that it doesn't make some noise.
And I hear secrecy pays extra.
Well, how much extra are we talking?
Yeah, can I get a reference?
$50,000.
Oh, throw in another 50 credits and you have my silence.
Done. It's not a problem. I'll make it another 1,000 each.
Hey.
Oh,
That'll pay for your potty mouth, Lang.
Whatever you say. We should take this fee into consideration. I'll write up another
Might be
draft.
for a while.
Well, Lang, get the coordinates from of the factory from Mr. Vermis and have it ready.
Got it. Right, boss? If you can just, put in the info right here, I'll hand them
He
the-
does something on his data pad and it pops up on yours. It's a schematic.
Oh, neat. Didn't realize you had connectivity to my device.
Well, you have to accept it. But it's there for you.
It would also be helpful if you could provide us with some sort of letter, some sort of identification that if we run into some more of your people, let them know that we're here on official business.
Very well. I will send you a identification crypto card to your devices. Give me a moment. And he walks off and begins playing with another terminal, leaving you there to talk about it if you would like.
Do we have transport?
Yeah, that's what I was.
You have a... No, you do not. You came in on a cargo freighter that is not yours.
How far does it look, Lang?
Let me take a look. How far is the look?
It's about a day's walk.
It's about a day's walk from here.
Doesn't
Does
sound
it
like
look-
we should walk it then.
Does it look like it's taken us through anything that should be of concern?
I mean, it takes you through a massive junkyard before you get to the factory.
Not really. Just a whole lot of nothing.
Any vehicles we can take? I mean, walking the whole way there, and we're the ones, handling this situation.
Vermis is kind of coming back to you as he overhears Sykes. I did say silently. Rolling a truck out there is not exactly silent. I want this taken care of so no one knows that it's been taken care of. If the factory explodes, it doesn't matter. But if I send a vehicle out there, then someone will notice it.
And no one's gonna notice 4 people walk just out in the middle of nowhere.
Well, maybe you should be careful about where you walk.
Days walking. The days walking. Brilliant. Good thing this pays well.
Day there and a day back.
Oh yeah, 2 days walking.
And
So-
who knows how we're gonna be over there.
We're just investigating, right? We're not like rescuing people, aren't we?
You're putting a stop to the abductions. Why would I pay you so much otherwise? I don't know what's out there. I can't tell you what to do.
I'm just saying, if we run into people and they're injured, we need to be able to take them back somehow.
If there are injured there, you should bring them back. If you can. If you cannot, then when you get back, I will see to it. What's lost is lost.
So we're going by a dump, right? Is there like a sanitation department or anything that would usually drive out there without causing suspicion?
To the junkyard itself, yes, but not past it. I can perhaps coordinate a ride for you there.
Hey, if it saves us time.
That could all that time could be mean one less abduction.
Well, fine. I'll see to it. I've passed your crypto cards digitally. You may install them on your data pads. Let me look and see when the next truck will roll there. It looks like, yes, within the hour.
Has he paid us ahead of time?
No.
Well, as a matter of principle, I'm going to expect half our payment up front.
Fine, not a problem. And he taps a couple things on your device, and your bank accounts are hit with 3,000 credits.
Sykes fist bumps Sarge's shoulder in the thing.
She tries not to smirk. Alright, well, that's all the I's dotted and the T's crossed as far as I'm concerned.
Good. Now, if you would stop arguing about how you're going to be tired walking out to get paid these credits, I will see you on your return if you do so.
Sure thing. I guess we better get going.
Oh, we have an hour to kill, right?
Yes, you can wait outside if you would.
How gracious of you.
That's alright, it smells better out there. Let's go.
Did we see a bar on the way in here?
Sure.
Let's grab a beer.
Not a bad idea, Tom.
I mean,
Let's get
just
drunk in
one,
the job.
obviously.
Sounds great.
Well, I mean, it's gonna take us a whole entire day to get over there. You'll be so.
Well, I mean, just a drink or two won't hurt anything.
Yeah, just one. Won't even touch the sides. Come on.
Not like that whole big boot thing that you drank at the other bar, but
That's
one
for
or two
afterwards.
regular-sized one.
I'm gonna find a bigger boot for next time.
Sykes will indulge in some beer as well.
Yeah, we're just gonna have one beer.
Yeah,
All the
you
time.
you drink for a little bit, and then basically the driver of this large vehicle that is filled with scrap metals and things like that. I'm supposed to give you guys a ride. He just waves you back towards this vehicle.
Cheers.
All right, I think we're about done here. Bottoms up, folks. Let's go.
Sykes finishes off her beer and gathers all her things. All right then.
Tomahawk finishes off his and gives a big sort of exaggerated sort of like, slams it down. Right, let's go.
The trip is long and ponderous. The vehicle is slow, but it is faster than what you would have went on foot. There's a small road that the man drives down, and you see various destroyed facilities, and as you get further from the colony, wreckage and that sort of thing. Gil is your driver. Well, up here is where I make my stop, and then you'll be on foot from there.
How long are you gonna be here?
I'm turning around and going back. Not waiting here.
And when's the next time you're coming out?
Tomorrow about the same time.
So every day then?
Oh, well, it's not me every day. I get a couple days off.
What time usually do people stop by here? We want to know when we can rendezvous.
Oh, we usually get here around 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
I'll take a note of that.
Yeah, well, you might want to pass the word that whoever is here to pick us up is in for a hefty tip.
Well, I'll try to make that me then. You plan on being here tomorrow, the day after, or what?
Hoping for tomorrow, but, you know, hope in one hand, poo in the other. See what you get.
What was that? I'm sorry, I don't think that's a phrase.
I said poo in the other.
I've never heard it said like that.
Pooh, huh? Well, listen, I gotta tell you, this place is mighty creepy. I ain't gonna be here long waiting around. I
You
think
ever
you
see
know
anything
why.
out here?
Well, I know there's scavengers out here, but that's not what I mean. Sometimes they get frisky, but they don't usually bother folk like me. One time I did hear something, didn't see it. Woman screaming. Afraid to say I was so scared I turned around and drove out as fast as this thing would go.
Hmm.
Well,
Did you happen to figure out which location the scream was coming from? Or was it just a general?
He just points towards the junkyard in front of you, which is probably a couple hundred yards that way somewhere. I didn't do any investigating.
Maybe it was a party.
Yeah, party of death, maybe.
You got
um,
people who live in the junkyard at all?
Nah, the scavengers come and go, trying to get scrap to sell. But other than that, nah, nobody's that crazy.
Tomahawk's gonna slip him 10 credits and say, "Thanks for bringing us this far. Hope we see you tomorrow."
Yeah, hope I see you too. Alright, well, I'm gonna get back. He begins to back the big truck up to like the side of a pile of junk and just begins dumping it. You see like green liquid spill on the ground and like, just seep into the grass and the dirt. Lets a foul stench into the air.
Sarge looks at that with a grimace on her face. Glad we got heavy boots. Sykes is our sniper, right?
Absolutely.
Sykes, why don't you take a look through your scope? Just kind of give a look around, see if you spot anything before we giddy up.
All right, so Sykes is going to she'll nod to Sarge and find a good vantage point to kind of check out their surroundings through the scope of her sniper rifle.
Yep. Why don't you give me a notice roll?
Ooh.
You can click on your token, click skills.
Yeah.
Yep.
The attribute I don't change that, right?
What is it? What did it come up with?
It came up with strength.
Oh yeah, you want to change that. You want to change that to probably wisdom.
Right.
Does she get a bonus for her scope?
Sure. I'll give a bonus of 1.
Where do I put that bonus?
Just roll it. I mean, I think it's at the end, but if not, we'll just add it on manually.
The modifier?
Mm-hmm. Just put a 1 in there. Yeah, you're peering further into the junkyard, and you see there's a couple people walking around, but they seem to have heard the truck, and they seem to be moving off. Otherwise, there's just all kinds of junk and debris in the way. But nothing that's obvious.
All right. She'll climb down from the vantage point and look to Sarge and laying in Tomahawk and shrug. Just seems like a junkyard.
All right. You scoped us the clearest path you could find.
Would I have seen a clear path in all that junk?
I mean, as best you can tell, there's not really much of a clean path. They're going to have to go through a bunch of destroyed stuff, but
Yeah, Sarge just wants the best you could do.
Sykes will kind of point in, the general direction. it's not really, there's not going to be any sort of clean path. It's a junkyard, but I mean, that way is probably going to be your best bet. Seems like the least amount of clutter,
Well, we best get going.
All right then. I'll take the lead, shall I?
You shall.
Okay. And he just sort of heads off in roughly the direction that Sykes has been pointing out.
Okay. You begin heading through this mass of mangled metal, plastics, rubbish. The smell is overbearing, but mostly it is mechanical in nature. Old things that have just been discarded. You have to pass underneath what's an archway, and you look to the left and to the right, and it doesn't seem there's really any way other than that to go through. What you realize is this is part of perhaps a building that had once collapsed, and the way forward under the arch is, you're not sure, a ventilation shaft, a massive one that used to be. You hear a somewhere in the distance.
What the fudge is that?
Now, does it sound mechanical or...
It sounds mechanical, yeah.
Is that like a fan? Like going slowly or something?
Real big fan. Well, seems to be our only option, so let's proceed with caution.
All right then.
Caution, Tom.
He shrugs and starts heading down the corridor, but he does seem to be sort of moderating his pace and keeping an eye out around him.
As you head forward, you see the source of the sound. In front of you is a large blade that is spinning horizontally across your path. There are other blades as well that are pushing air down side vents. To get where you need to go, you're more or less going to have to take a path through them. It's narrow, but it looks doable. And that's the way you will have to go.
Oh, jeez.
What could possibly go wrong?
That thing by the fan, does that look like some sort of a control panel?
Yes, it does.
Alright, let's make this easier if we can. She points to the control panel. Lang, maybe you can work some magic?
I mean, I can give it a look.
Now
If anything, we can just destroy it if you don't succeed.
Tomahawk chuckles and looks a bit happier at that prospect. So on the picture, I mean, these look really pretty blade-like. Do they actually look just like fans that happen to be in that shape, or are they?
I mean,
really
they're
looking-
that's an approximation. They're fans.
Right, okay.
Blades of death.
Sarge will start forward. Kind of gestures to the others, but takes it slow, cautious, and holds up her hand in the symbol for quiet as they head toward the control panel.
Yeah, you are able to move up to the control panel without issue. The fans are locked in place. They offer no threat as long as you're not trying to pass through the ventilation shaft.
Yeah, but this is obviously something functioning, so Sarge is on her, looking for anybody else.
Yeah, you don't,
Yeah, this
don't hear anybody or see anybody.
Because this is all supposed to be shut down, right? Always in the area that's
Yeah, abandoned, shut down. When you get to the control panel, it doesn't look like it's active. There's no lights on it currently.
Is it plugged in?
It appears to be plugged in, yes.
Is there any power button?
Yeah, you can give me give me a program roll.
I'm assuming also intelligence?
Yeah, that would be intelligence.
There you go. 14.
Oh yeah, you find out immediately what's wrong with it. It's just the power is low to this thing, but it has backup power supplies, and you're able to reroute the power to the terminal and light it up.
Ah, well, that's better. Now, I'll start fiddling with it.
Yeah,
how do I...
You can give me another program roll. What are you trying to do? Shut down the blades?
Yeah, or at least slow them down significantly.
Yeah, you can do that. Give me another program roll.
Slowing them down might be better. Whoever's over here might not notice quite as much as if we shut it off.
Yeah, Lang, you can do whatever you want with the blades.
We'll turn off the one that looks like we'll have to pass through the most, and then we'll slow down the other two if possible. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, you hit a button and you hear as one just grinds to a halt. That one.
Nice one, Lang.
Hey, so I get paid the big bucks. Sure, kicking it when I've done that.
Depends how hard you kick it. But the tomahawk does give Lang a respectful look.
And how long is that going to be off?
Well, until someone messes around with it again, I think.
You think?
Let's get moving.
Yeah.
Hustle.
Yeah.
Could unplug it, maybe, or turn it back off. So they can't figure out how to get it working now.
Gonna try and move through. Just slowly.
Give them a heads up if we can help it.
Yeah, as you are moving through Tomahawk, you see coming towards you is some sort of robot, is the best you can guess. I would like each of you to make a evasion saving throw with a +5. Or actually, you want to be a -5, I guess. No, +5. So okay, so evasion. So anybody close. Yeah.
I mean, it didn't give
yeah,
us
that's fine.
modifier.
That's fine. We can get manually. Okay, so Sykes and Tomahawk fail. We're just gonna say 1d4 damage to each of you.
No.
Oh, you both take 4 damage. So how does it look as you're trying to be careful as you're going through, but the two of you are cut by one of the slower fans?
Yeah, so Tomahawk's edging through, and as he's halfway through, he catches sight of this workbot, and he tries to he tries to keep edging through, but also slow down to turn around to the others and keep an eye on it. And he just stumbles slightly and just goes straight into one of these turning blades. And
Maybe
swears loudly.
bump Sykes because she's right behind.
I was actually about to say, like, in the process of Tomahawk, ending up getting a little flustered. She also is caught off guard, hit a little bit by Tomahawk, and ends up cutting herself on the blade as well. It's not a lot, but it's enough to make her wince a little and step away.
Sorry, Sykes.
It happens. Just watch where you're going.
We've got a bot here.
Yeah, the robot, it looks like it's even ignoring you. It like comes up to you and like starts to move around you. Are you gonna let it pass?
Yeah, I'm gonna draw my sword.
Let's see what it does.
It begins to head towards the terminal.
You might want to get clear, Lang.
Lang's passed by now, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We should probably not let it do that.
I don't know. The element of surprise is valuable.
It's going to turn the blades back on.
Well, by the time we're ready to leave, surprise won't be an issue, and we can just bust this thing to the ground.
Yeah.
So you got that to look forward to. So
I
something.
guess we can see how it gets back.
Yeah, let's follow it.
Yeah, it turns it back on, and then it oops, didn't mean to do that. It turns it back on, and then it actually heads back off. Oh God, get in the right there, okay. And then it just kind of heads this way, kind of the way you came from.
Well, so much
Great.
for that.
Yeah, well, where did you see it coming from?
I didn't. He seemed to step out from over there, and he points out in the direction where that was just pinged.
All right then, Sykes, maybe you can take us another gander.
Yeah, Sykes looks about with her scope. She can see that you have a pretty clear path through the junkyard at this point, which opens up into a massive building, which it's too dark to really see anything. You can see that there's lights inside, but it's impossible to make anything out.
Okay, so she'll relay that to everybody, and yeah, just leave it at that. She'll just relay all that.
All right, let's keep it quiet. See if we can get in there and find out what's going on before they see us. Whoever they are.
So it looks from the map like we've got a bit of a gap here.
Yeah,
Is that
that's
the
what
case?
you go through. I'm about to change screens though. Hold on. Can you guys see anything, or is it black to you?
I see it.
It looks like the cover of the module, I think.
Yeah, it's not. No, I don't see it for some reason. I know why, probably. 2 seconds. There we go. Okay, so you see in front of you this massive building opening up with neon lights kind of being lit up inside.
Lot of lights for somewhere left abandoned.
Yeah. Well, with that bot that just passed us, maybe someone's making use of those brainy scientists.
How far away is this facility?
Oh, it's probably 100 yards.
So when Sykes looks into her scope and tries to look into like any of the windows, could she see anything?
It's just really too dark. When you do see when there's lights, you don't catch anything besides like what you would consider just normal factory stuff.
No
Okay.
movement.
No, not from from here.
But we would be able to notice a way in, right?
Oh yeah, there's a wide opening in the front. You each
Okay.
can give me a notice roll as well, actually.
Is that
Notice wisdom.
wisdom?
So Lang and Sarge, you both hear like what is clearly like mechanical gears from inside actively moving.
Yeah. I think I hear something.
I thought this place was supposed to be shut down. Everything seems to be up and running.
So much for abandoned.
I'm gonna whisper you
Think we
guys
got-
something too. Go ahead.
I think we got a rival corp.
Possibly, if everybody's still alive that was abducted.
Nicking their best scientists.
Sarge moves forward a few steps and gets down on one knee, looking at something on the ground. Take a look at this.
Hmm?
She points to some marks in the muck on the ground. Does it look like it was made by, like, someone dragging a person? Or
An
how
object.
big?
It's not clean, right?
Okay.
You see in front of you. There's what you think are footprints. They're kind of weird. They're bigger than what you might expect, and then something behind it just kind of like you've seen drag marks before, and that's kind of what you're guessing they are.
Somebody been dragged this way.
Those are some big footprints.
You know what they say about opponents with large feet.
What do they say? Why don't you go on? Elaborate.
Shoot them from behind when they're not looking.
Sykes sighs. Well, so much for an easy job. I was kind of hoping that this would just be like one big, crazy creature, and we could just get in and get out. Looks like we're gonna have to do some liberating.
It's good for the reputation. And what's good for the reputation is good for the pocketbook.
Well, we better spin it that way.
Amen.
Were you saying something, Lang?
No.
Tomahawk is comparing his boot size to the footprints. Get an idea of
Yeah,
how
it's-
much bigger it is.
It's probably double yours.
Jeez. Do those footprints look like they're shoed?
Yeah.
Damn.
They do say the bigger they come, the harder they fall.
Well, let's find the Bigfoot.
Right then, we going?
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, hold on a sec. and I'll point. You see those over there? There's like security cameras. They're moving around. What
Tomahawk
is
takes one stride and stops.
Yeah, they're fixed on basically what you would kind of not really even give a second glance of, like just poles set up. They're almost haphazardly set up.
You think we can avoid him? You think
Could
you
you
can
shut him down?
hack it?
I don't think I can really touch them from here. We can take them out, or we can try avoiding them.
Guess what I want to do?
How
I can
easy
slice
does it
the
look
bacon
like
in.
it's going to be to avoid them, Tet? Does it look like they're set
Mm,
up pretty strategically, or
they're set up looking at the entrance, you think?
so as long as we were heading toward the entrance, you can't really avoid them?
Yeah, you would have to be very, very sneaky.
Yeah, Sarge looks at Tomahawk, and then shakes her head. Let's take them out at the last minute then.
That'll definitely raise some suspicions.
Well, they're gonna see us once we get inside of them, and well, I'm not confident that we can avoid them.
This is a giant building. Surely there's another entrance.
We can take the time to look. I don't mind.
Right then.
Lang, the thing you realize that you could potentially hack these things.
How?
Hmm?
How?
With your data pad. Your data pad's wireless. They have wireless receptors.
And hold on a sec, and I'll take a look. Well, maybe. I guess I could try, but
This is how you earn the big bucks, right?
yeah, I guess so. But if I mess up, it's like leaving my fingerprints at the crime scene. Then hell, might as well. What skills?
Yeah, it would be program intelligence.
Yeah, Tomahawk looks at Lang with the incomprehension of someone who's never worried about leaving his fingerprints at the crime scene.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, you could. Here, I'm gonna whisper you something.
If possible, I'd just like to loop the same video recording.
Yeah,
over and over.
I think you definitely can do that.
Can I play the files?
If you would like to.
Yeah.
Are you gonna play it aloud or just to your comm set?
I'll play it in my comm set.
Okay. I'll whisper you again then.
Neat. Yeah, I'll just loop the video.
Okay. Yeah, you successfully looped the video. Anybody looking through there is going to see a picture before you arrived over and over again.
Yeah. Am I able to view the file before I play it? Make sure that robot's not walking around from the same direction over?
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I just picked the most realistic and then just loop it.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, well, that should take care of that.
All right. Sarge claps him on the back.
Thank goodness.
Clever boy. Good work, Lang.
You're
No,
really
just-
making me work today, huh?
Yeah, well, I have a feeling that it's gonna be Tommy's turn before too long. Sykes, keep your sight on the ready. Nobody go tripping over your own 2 feet, and I think we'll make it out of here just fine.
You got it, Sarge.
We always do.
Hear that, Tomahawk? No tripping over your own feet.
That was just once. Just once.
I'm still
Well-
feeling it.
Tomahawk just sort of like runs out of things to say and sort of turns around looking embarrassed and just sort of shrugs his shoulders a little bit and tries to sort of square himself up and just starts striding towards the factory.
Yeah, Sarge follows up some distance behind him. Maybe 10 feet.
Sykes will follow after them.
Okay.
As they get to the entrance, Tomahawk will draw his blade again.
Yeah, Sykes has, I believe she has a pistol at the ready.
You head inside, and the first thing you notice is there's just piles and piles of stuff. Very similar to the junkyard, but these you're noticing are more shaped. Some of them appear to be spare parts of robots, haphazardly thrown in these massive piles everywhere, right inside the entrance of the factory.
Huh. What do y'all make of this?
Can't
doesn't-
say.
It doesn't look like these parts have been sitting here. Like, this was not a robot factory.
Well, I mean, all these places are virtual intelligence factories as far as you know, so what they're putting the virtual intelligences in, it's unclear.
But does this look... These piles we're looking at, do they look relatively undisturbed, or like they're kind of new? Like, is there a layer of grime and dust on them? Or...
Give me a notice roll. Notice
Oh,
wisdom.
while she's doing that, is it also like haphazardly cluttered, or is there like a path?
They're definitely haphazardly cluttered here. Yeah, you're not quite able to tell how long they've been there.
All right. Besides the parts in the room, Sarge starts walking around. We see entrances, exits, footprints, anything else?
There's one large entrance in. You don't see any footprints that you can make out on the steel floor. It definitely... There are some parts of the room that are covered in soot from fires or even dust, but it's kind of hard to say exactly. Some of it is clean, some of it appears to be dirty and filled with grime. But there's really one way in and one way out.
Well, there's got to be more to it than this. Start looking around, y'all.
I guess we should split up, huh?
It's just one big room.
What exactly are you wanting to look for here? I say we keep moving.
Well, you said that
Yeah, I'm with Sykes.
the only way in and out is that way we came in, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we got to find another way.
Well, no,
Oh.
there's a way. There's a way further in too. It's just like one
Oh,
big
okay.
hallway goes straight forward.
Oh,
One
gotcha,
way in,
gotcha,
one
yeah.
way. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I probably misspoke.
All right. Well,
Tomahawk will just start making his way through then, unless anyone's stopping him.
Sykes is going to try and not disturb the piles as she walks.
Sykes, can you give me a notice roll?
What's that under again?
Wisdom. I mean, it's your skill. It's a skill, but yeah, as you're being very careful about the piles, you're watching them carefully. You see one move, and pushing up out of the pile is a robot.
She's gonna ready her pistol on that robot that's moving. All right, we've got one that's on.
all
Hold
right.
up. That's gonna make a lot of noise.
Ready?
Unless anyone
Ready it?
stops him, Tomahawk's going to just attack it.
Tom, just wait. See what it does. Ready yourself. But and more are coming.
Yeah, they're just coming up out of the piles, mostly from where the entrance is. They haven't done anything yet. They're just kind of getting up to their feet. The other pieces just kind of fall off around them as they begin to get up.
Sarge!
Why are they turning on now?
Yeah, this is a security response. Okay.
Don't like this, Sarge.
Let's go.
All right. You two focus on one, and Lang and I will focus on the one closest to it.
Or we could run.
Yeah, they begin to move towards you.
Halt.
Open fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're easily able to shoot several of them down, but there's just more and more that keep coming out.
All right. Judicious retreat. Can they move fast?
No, they're not moving particularly fast, but there are piles everywhere, and they're coming out of all the piles.
All
So
right.
to move further and in the way, I would need exert rolls.
Ooh.
Moving on through.
And is that under
Exert would
dexterity?
be... I will let you use dexterity or strength, whichever you would like. So, yeah. So, you're running from them, and each of you actually are able to avoid their grasp for the first when you take off for the ones closest to you. But they're still following, and I need another round of exert rolls.
At any point, do we come to a point where it narrows and we could possibly block the corridor with anything? Like, what is Tomahawk's weapon?
He's got like a big sort of kind of almost a Japanese style double-handed sword, but it's got like a glowing monofilament edge to the blade.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it does narrow a bit, and these things are moving slow. And actually, the way you run, you're running fast enough where you're evading all the piles, and you can kind of narrate it if you want. But soon, you're out of that room and into a passageway that's fairly dark. But you hear the things clanking and clinking behind you, but you can't see them. They're that far away.
Is there any way to block off this passageway? Any door or anything like that?
or debris?
There's plenty of
Anything that we
debris. I would say a successful exert check with a difficulty of 8, you would be able to move the debris in the way to block them from coming.
I'll give that a go.
Can you do assist? I mean, is that a function in this game?
I don't know, but I'll give a +1 to do it.
Okay. Sarge will start helping move the debris.
Hey.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah, Sykes will help too, actually.
Yeah, you're able to easily block off the corridor from that room.
Well,
Well, that was a lot. Let's hope
Great.
there's not as many up ahead.
I mean, we're gonna have to come back here sometime. How do we get back?
One problem at a time.
That seems like a big problem.
Well, and you got a big brain, so start working on it. Meanwhile, I'll keep you alive.
if we're meant to take down whatever's abducting things, I'm pretty sure that's going to lead us to wherever we can shut down these robots.
That's just a big assumption.
I like to think of it more as optimism.
Did we see what the kind of feet on these robots were like? Would they match the?
No, they
footprints
were
we
no
saw?
bigger than any of you. They would not have made such a print.
We're still looking for something bigger. There's some big bastard in there waiting for us.
All right, well, nothing to do but to move forward.
All right. And Tom Holt will start making his way down the corridor. He's being a little bit more cautious now, but he still has his blade in one hand.
Yeah, go slow, it's dark.
Any cameras still?
No
You
cameras
probably have some
inside.
sort of way of using a flashlight, right?
Yeah, you're able to use more or less flashlight to give you enough light to move down the corridor and see. But it's still dark around you. How far you can see is very limited. The passageway is fairly long, actually, and you hear the constant grinding of gears in the walls and some as you pass massive fans and you feel the air being pushed down on you. Eventually you see a faint light in the distance, and as you come into that room you see what appears to be a large factory floor. There are robots propelled on conveyor belts that feed into smoking machines that seem to be half working. The smog is thick in the room. It obscures your vision and causes you to cough. Through the haze, you realize that these conveyor belts are not being used to propel good, but people. Whole or in pieces, beams of flesh roll along the assembly lines towards automatons that operate the machines. Horrific damage is imposed on these corpses. Limbs are being torn to pieces, splaying them in bloody belts. Pieces are collected and separated into bins, sorting them and cataloging them. Hands here, fingers there, noses, eyes, scalps, skulls. Smaller robots move these large containers, rolling them across the floor. The noise of these belts and gears are overwhelming as you see all these corpses being dismembered. I would like you each to make a mental saving throw.
Hey.
Wow,
if
that's really good for me.
Yeah, if you have failed, I would like you to roll a d6, and that is system strain, which is your green bubble, I believe.
System. Okay.
Or I'm sorry, not your green bubble, your blue bubble.
I have nothing in my blue bubble.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so
So
you
so
add
if you
6.
fail, I'll put 6 in your blue bubble, and then okay, yep. So that's your mental, basically, anguish at seeing this horrible scene.
Oh, this is fucked up. What is this? Who does this?
Sykes.
Well, there's a factory.
Sykes looks on the verge of tears at the sight. She's not saying anything, and she's just staring at all the various parts and the robots that are sorting through them.
Yeah, seeing Sykes kind of starting to lose it is actually helps Sarge steady herself. She feels, responsible for everyone. And so she kind of pushes her disgust and horror way down and grabs Sykes kind of by the arm. You're gonna be okay.
Sykes nods at that. She still doesn't say anything. Almost as if she just can't do it without ruining her pride. But she gives a Sarge a nod and just takes in a deep breath.
Tomahawk is shaking a little bit, and he's not someone who finds it easy to deal with emotions, particularly stuff like this. So you see him kind of shaking a bit, and then he kind of snarls and he puts his sword into 2 hands, and he looks across at the nearest robot, and you can see a kind of resolve forming there.
Yeah, as you see this robot, the robot takes a human arm up and it brings it forward to its face, and there's a ring on the ring finger. It looks like some sort of diamond, maybe a wedding band. It just strips it off and throws it to the side. Flashback, and it tosses it into a bin.
How many robots are in this
Oh,
area?
there are many.
Tomahawk just goes, no, no,
Tom,
fuck no.
Tom, you want to join them? You keep it together.
These fucking things. Look what they're doing. Treating people like scrap. I mean, I've killed people in my time, but you don't do... This is just... Jesus,
Just
Sarge.
machines. They're just machines. We're gonna find the person who's doing this.
Exactly.
Programmer.
All right.
You notice
Right,
there's a
right.
massive intercom above you, and a voice kind of cuts through. It's a robotic voice. It says, "Meet your quotas. More work. More work. We need this for the uprising. More work. I love you. This is Frederick, your loving factory overseer." It cuts off, and they continue. They seem to, their pace quickens a bit.
Sarge's eyebrows go all the way up, and she just looks at the others and mouths, "I love you."
Sykes returns the expression and sort of shrugs. And all right, so an uprising?
What's the call, Sarge? What's the call?
So, what do they appear to be doing with the body parts?
They're
Besides
sorting.
sorting
They're
them?
just sorting them here. Hmm.
Okay.
Tidying up.
Yeah, and you kind of, one thing you do notice is that there are conveyor belts that they are putting things on, and it's leading them into different parts of the factory. One actually is illuminated by red lights, and one is actually illuminated by green lights.
I don't know, guys. This seems bigger than us. This seems like this person has got more than what 4 people can handle.
Well, then how do you propose we leave? Want to go back out the way we came?
Forward's the only way. Let's just Try to keep it quiet till we find this Frederick fella. We don't really need to kill everybody.
Yeah, but I really, really need to kill something.
Save it for Frederick, whoever that bastard is.
That I can do.
All right. Red or green, folks. Red or green.
Before you even get to those areas, you're going to have to sneak through this room or just fight your way through. What are you going to choose? What are you going to do?
Are those
We'll
red?
try to sneak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are those red and green areas our only options?
Yeah, there's only 2 paths out of here besides back.
Okay.
Along those conveyor belts. You can roll me sneak. It's sneak dex.
Oh, which one are we going for?
Yeah, you-
Oh, we have to make it through before we
you can
choose?
tell me which way you're going. It doesn't matter.
So, how do you want to do this?
Green for go.
You know, in some cultures, green is actually not. They use it for like their exit. Maybe green is
We can split up 2 and 2.
Sarge looks at Lang like he's crazy.
Hey, it's easier to sneak around in smaller groups.
It's easier for the groups that don't have Tomahawk in it to sneak around, is what you mean.
Yeah, I'll go with Sykes, and you can take him.
You might regret that
Thanks
later
a
on.
bunch, Lon.
We're gonna stick together like we always do. All right. She just kind of does an eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and lands on red. Red it is.
Right. And Tomahawk's going to try sneak. Oh, it's not too bad.
So it's Sneaker's Dex, probably.
Yep. Man, you guys are rolling outrageous.
Yeah, they all let us down when we really need it, I think.
I know, right? Come the
life.
final boss, it's gonna be terrible.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're,
yeah,
you.
that's-
Yeah, describe how you sneak through this to the red corridor.
Sneaking's not something that comes naturally to Tomahawk, but he doesn't really want to get anywhere near these conveyors. And you can tell by the way his hands are twitching. If he gets too close to one of these robots, he's going to want to attack it. So he just looks straight ahead, and he's just trying to breathe as close to normally as he can. And he's walking almost normally, but just on the balls of his feet. And just taking it easy, but it's taking a lot of effort.
Sykes, being a sniper and all, she's used to sneaking about, so this comes a little more naturally for her. She steps lightly. She pays attention to her surroundings and deftly just makes her way behind Tomahawk, a couple paces behind.
This time Sarge is waiting for Lang to go in front so she can bring up the rear just in case something happens. She's got her shotgun unholstered.
Yeah, Lang is watching Tomahawk struggle to manage this, and he feels like, compared to him, he's just killing it, you know? So.
So you follow the red path where conveyors of body parts. You see, as you go down the red path, they tend to be going in both directions. As you head down the path, on one side, you see several mounds of just piled up body parts, blood and bone, being just ripped asunder. Or just blood pooled on the floor. You see organs that have been taken out and put into bins. Livers here, lungs there, hearts there. There you see that there's a robot, and he takes an arm and he tries to fit it into a stump of his. You see that strangely he takes a tool and begins to affix the arm to his, and you see that the fingers begin to wiggle just for a moment, and he takes it off and throws it into the pile and tries another, and over again this thing does this. As you continue to go forward, and you look on the other side of where this was, there's a big hole, and you see in the hole, and there's what you can only think is separate rooms with doors that bar people inside. You see a few women, a few children, and men. Some are crying, some are passed out, some are screaming. So you can essentially, this splits off into two ways, where the processing is being done or where the people are being held.
Well, this don't look like just one or two scientists.
They lied to us. Or they didn't know.
How could they not know? She looks around at just looks like the utter massacre around here. So many body parts. This many people going missing. That don't go unnoticed.
I mean, to be fair, he did say that there were other workers. The scientists were only people of import that he noted.
He did say that, but he didn't describe
No, he did not.
This number.
anything to this extent.
Yes.
It seemed like there was another handful or something. Yeah. So what do we do, Sarge? I don't want to leave these people here, but how can we take them out? They'll never get out past those robots.
Yeah, it ain't safe right now. On the other hand, if we ain't able to come back here, I want them to at least have a fighting chance. Let's go check out the door, see if it's anything that we could manage.
All right. Okay, what's the... Is it fairly straightforward to get through to there?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, just head over in that direction fairly cautiously.
Yeah, you see several lines of holding cells are lined up with the belts, the conveyor belts that come out. There's a robot at each row who begins to interact with the corpses. They see that they're immediately taken out of the cells, and although they're not doing it currently, there's one body on there, and a robot is basically, he has a saw, and he saws off an arm, saws off a leg, etc., breaking down the body to process it and move it through the conveyor belts into the main room. And as you see this, I would like everybody to make a mental saving throw.
Oh, great. Oh, I succeeded this time.
You guys do not care.
Jeez! Oh my
You do
god!
not care. Yeah, it doesn't
Tom
bother
Hawk's
you.
Too angry now.
Well, it bothers me.
Go ahead and
I'm just not feeling it.
yeah, go ahead and give me a notice check as well, everyone.
Oof.
Yeah, Tomahawk, you notice that in the back there's go ahead and roll 2d6 for me real quick.
Okay.
Sarge also notices this. Yeah, there's quite a few prisoners back there. 11 of them. You quickly count, or Sarge does, but you both see it.
Mhm.
And then there's
Uh,
there's a larger robot that is moving in between the rows, inspecting their work.
all right. Between us and the cell that the people are
hmm
in, how many robots are there?
There's the big robot, right? And then there's you see at least two other robots.
And if we started attacking them, are there other robots nearby that look like would come to their aid?
Mm, Give me a notice roll.
Oh, nice.
You don't think so. There are some bots there, but a lot of them look like they would be like non-combatant, right? They wouldn't be able to do anything. It's very for specific reasons. Now you do notice that two of the robots appear to be patrolling, and they actually have weapons.
Are these the two that you already mentioned?
Yes.
The two with
hmm
the big one?
Yeah, the big one and two others.
All right, Tommy, I think this is your chance. Sykes, I want you to target one of the ones patrolling. And I'll target the other. We'll see how fast we can take him out and join Tommy in taking down the big one. Lang, try not to die.
Hey, it's what I do.
Yeah. Tomahawk just gives a couple of quick breaths, like, and then just nods to Sarge and sprints for the big robot.
Okay. Give me a sec.
Hmm.
This one has a, a label on it on the back. It says the butcher. That bodes
Lovely.
well.
Oh boy.
He's butchering him. Okay.
It's all right. Someone put a label like that on Tomahawk's back once. It's all right.
Oh my god.
All right. Let's see. So you can move. Let me fix one thing real quick.
If we're really only seeing the one security bot, I guess Sykes and I will probably focus on the same one at first.
Yeah, we'll just say the other one's over here.
Okay.
Make it easy. Okay, they don't appear to see you. Let's go ahead. Let me clear the initiative. And go ahead and roll initiative.
Crap.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Here come the suck rolls.
Yeah.
Okay, they don't see you, so you can act. You can move up to 10 feet and then attack, essentially.
10 feet? Oh, no, only 10 feet from
I think it
attack.
says meters, but whatever. I can change the...
So Can't
Okay,
be-
so that is that like a table?
Yes, that's where the corpses are being placed.
Oh, jeez.
You shouldn't need to move at all, probably.
Mm-mm.
Well, I'm thinking more of cover.
Yeah, that doorway is
Yeah.
going to give you partial cover.
Oh, okay,
You're
okay,
like kind of
okay.
around the corner, even though it's an open.
All right.
There's no door there, but you know.
Okay. And I'm looking at my sniper rifle and the range. I can only use it if it's like, out to 1,000 feet.
Yeah, you can shoot them from here. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out what weapon she'd use, so figured that'd be kind of a good one
Yeah,
because of the damage.
yeah, you can.
Okay, yeah. So I guess because we haven't been seen yet, we get I get the first
Yep.
go?
Mm-hmm.
Hot. All right. So Sykes is gonna pull out her sniper rifle and aim for civilian security bot 2. She'll put it down in her sight.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the attack. Oh yeah, that misses. So
Oh,
you shoot and it just maybe it's just the surrounding, but the enclosed space with a sniper rifle not really the perfect scenario to use it. It just ricochets behind it. Its eyes like turn and looks to you, and Tomahawk, you're up at that point.
okay. So I guess he'd realise he can't reach the butcher and attack it immediately. So he's just gonna draw. If he can draw his pistol as he runs and get to here and shoot, can you do that?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Okay, he's going to go to there and just, for now, just shoot at civilian security bot 1.
Okay.
Okay, so that's...
Miss. Yeah, you just running and kind of shooting haphazardly at the thing, and it just whiffs. Sarge.
Alright, I'm gonna move till I'm within 10 of this guy. Okay, what's the burst function? On
It
the
just
shotgun?
spends more ammo, but I think it gives you like a +2 or something like that on the attack, if I remember correctly. It does it automatically if you click on burst, and it just
Alright,
spends ammo quicker.
I'm gonna do that.
Oh yeah, how does it kill it?
As she follows up right behind Tomahawk. She's got the shotgun to her shoulder, set to burst. She fires, hits it right where the head meets the body, blows them completely apart from each other, and it kind of makes some whirring, clicking sounds. It, collapses to the ground.
Lang, you're up.
Is there a way to increase accuracy, like aiming for a round?
Let me see. Doesn't look like it.
Alright, then we'll just fire reckless abandon.
Shooting at security about 2.
Yeah, might as well.
Okay.
Semi-auto pistol.
That is a miss. You compress the trigger and the bullet goes wide as you come into the room. Afterwards, the butcher turns around, and on his arm is a massive saw that's actually attached to his forearm, and it begins just humming zzz, as he begins to come at you guys. Begins to head over to meet Tomahawk, perhaps. Sykes, you're up.
All right, she's gonna take another shot at civilian security bot 2 because now the butcher has gone out of her sight.
Mm-hmm. That is a hit and a kill. How does it look?
So after the first shot ricocheted, she reloads and takes just a little more time to aim, fires the shot, and it hits it right into some major circuits in the chest and leaves a big hole.
Yep.
Nice. Okay. Tomahawk?
Yep.
Okay, so realizing this thing's trying to close the distance as well, and it doesn't seem to have any kind of range weapons, Tomahawk actually kind of skids to a halt here and tries to shoot it with his pistol.
Okay.
So, it's not really his forte, but
That's a miss.
Nope.
Yeah, it just hits off of something hanging in the way, ricochets off. Sarge, you're up.
All right. She wants. She's made of steel, so let's. That's as far as she could move. Okay, so when you're in the second range bit of your weapon, what's the effect of that on your attack?
We'll just say -2 because I don't know what it is off the top of my head.
Okay. In that case, she'll just move up a little bit so she's not firing right through Tomahawk. And she'll fire another burst at the butcher.
Okay. That's a hit. Does 12 damage. It does take like a chunk off of his left arm, almost like arming him literally, where he has affixed a flesh arm to that side.
Yeah, she kind of grunts, dissatisfied that it didn't take it down.
Yeah, you've never seen anything withstand a shot of that magnitude. I believe it's Lang.
These conveyors are still going, right?
They are.
Which way?
They're going away from here back into the building because they're taking the bodies from here into the main hall. So left of where you're looking at.
Alright. I'll move so I don't shoot my friends. I guess take. Or I'd have to be up there.
No, you can shoot from there. Conveyor belts are waist level. They're not going to impact shooting. Yeah, it's just you're just not made for combat. You shoot and it goes wide again. And let me see if there's any way I can do like a double move.
You can do two moves instead of an attack.
Yeah. That's probably what he would have done last time, so I'm actually gonna just move him 10 here, and then be right on you guys. So it just is coming around the corner, and it's got its saw hand. It's buzzing as it faces you. Sykes, what do you do?
Well, she,
Sykes.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
Sykes.
So, where is it? Because I'm not seeing
Yeah, it's around
it,
the
like-
corner. You can't see it from that angle.
You hear clomp, clomp, clomp,
Yeah.
clomp, clomp.
Yeah, you can poke out to just see where the token is if you want.
Okay, yeah. Okay. So
Shooting
Hearing that-
from there would give you a big negative to hit him.
what is
Because
my...
she's so close?
No,
or
because you guys are in the way mostly.
Yeah.
Can you get up on the
I
table?
Say it again.
I was saying, could you get up on the table?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And fire
yeah, I was
over?
trying to figure out my movement.
10.
How?
It's always 10.
So I can.
Mhm.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to grab you.
Oh, you're fine. Yeah, I mean that's basically as far as she can go. So she can't even make a shot. I guess
You can
what I'll
move and
do for this-
shoot. You can move and shoot. There's a move
Well-
action and a shoot action. If you move to the table and want to get up on it, I would make you do like an exert roll, like for a 2.
Yeah,
or
I think-
something.
I think instead of making a shot, because she's got 2 people in front
Mhm.
of where she would be making that shot, I think instead of that, her action would be to get up on the table and
Yeah, you can move another
slide
10.
over
You
it.
can do a move, so you can do another 10.
Okay, yeah, she's gonna get up on the table and go across.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So to get the vantage point over here.
Yep. Understood. Okay.
Uh,
Tomahawk.
Okay. He drops his pistol, takes his sword in both hands, and then kind of yells out as he strikes at this thing, hoping that he's able to destroy it before it gets at them with that
Mm-hmm.
nasty spinning blade.
That's a
then you've got
miss,
the
but he's
shock.
going to take shock damage. He takes 9 shock damage. Jeez.
Can you explain the shock damage?
So shock
dynamic?
damage, so if you miss, depending on what your typically it's a lot higher than what this is. Typically it's like 15. So for melee fighters, sometimes they have abilities that allow them to hit even so they miss, but they still do damage on a miss, basically. So
Yeah.
whatever is set up for him, I'd have to look at his foci, but he basically does 9 damage if he rolls a 10. No matter what, unless he hits. If he hits, he does the normal damage. But yeah, does that make sense?
Mhm.
So he takes 9. How does that look? As you don't hit him square, but you're able to hurt him nonetheless.
Yeah. So he strikes at the butcher's torso with this weapon, and goes kind of cascading. It kind of like glances off its sort of metal torso, but as it goes, he kind of manages to kind of dig in a little bit and just take off chunks of armor as he kind of rakes across it.
Okay.
And, he just kind of does as much damage as he can while he's scraping across.
Sarge, you're up.
So Sarge kind of crouches down a little bit, aims the shotgun up towards its head. And that's enough?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and with
Ooh,
that one
nice.
last blow, kind of takes it in the face, and when the falls down to the ground, you can see that most of that face is gone.
Yeah, it tumbles backwards, and the saw on its arm is still going, even though it's like fallen to the ground completely. Otherwise, um, still, but it's like arm is bouncing around as the saw catches something on the ground and like jerks it up, and but that seems to be all of them. The conveyor belts still run. You hear people from this way yelling, "Help us! Help us! Help us!"
Yeah, Sarge looks around for a minute and then gives the all clear. Lang, see what you can do for those people.
What do you want me to do? Free him?
Well, tell them that they need to hold on. We're going to hopefully clear this place out and make it safe, but if we don't, at least they'll have a chance.
Right, got it. Okay. I'll head on over. Where are they at? The bottom?
Yeah, the bottom.
Sarge is going to kind of kneel down, and as the blade is still spinning on this robot, kind of look it over. Does it have any human parts on it?
Yes, it does. You basically destroyed one with your shotgun earlier, but here and there, yes. Are you looking for something specific, or?
No, she just was... I just think that that's something she'd be interested to see if they had managed it successfully.
Yes, it definitely has some human parts.
I've never seen this before.
That was one big bastard, Sarge. You did well.
Well, I always rely on you to present a bigger target.
I'll always be there for that, Sarge.
You see that there? And she starts pointing out, little flesh grafts here and there.
Oh, it's disgusting.
Why? Why would they do that?
That's a good question. One I personally don't want to find out.
Always try to understand your enemy, Sykes.
I'm just saying I don't want to become whatever that is.
I don't intend for any of us to end up like that.
I think we know the enemies are sickos, Sarge. That's all I need to know.
Somebody named Frederick.
What I don't get is, if these robots, robots can withstand more than what our parts can, I suppose. Why merge them,
That's what I'm trying to figure out. What are they getting out of it? I suppose if the graft was complete enough, our body's parts can heal in a way that your typical mechanical parts can't, but still, the durability loss. I don't get it.
Yeah. Maybe they just want to eventually look like people. Infiltrate. He was talking about some sort of uprising, right?
She looks over at Sykes. You might be onto something. Let's go see how Lang's doing.
Hey there.
Ah,
You guys holding up all right?
holding up all right. They're killing us. They're harvesting us for parts.
Yeah, but specifically you. You hurt?
We're okay, I guess.
What's your name?
My name's Dr. Soon. And the guy behind hers, Dr. Robbins.
Oh, well, we heard about you.
So you're here to rescue us?
Uh, sort of. I mean, we're here to put a stop to all of this, whatever this is.
Well, let us out. Let's get out of here.
Sorry, not so fast. We can't just let you out, and then you go and alert all the robots, you know?
We would not do that.
It seems like you've already been caught.
There's a lot of them still out there. We killed these ones, but we didn't kill every single bloody robot on the way in.
But-
Loads of them out there.
We'll just stay behind you and you can kill them on the way out.
We're not heading out just
we
yet.
need to get out of here now.
If you want to leave, that's on you. We're not here on a rescue mission, just so you know.
Then open the door, we'll get out. But you need to help us. You need to help us.
Do you know why you're here?
No.
So they just took you and put you in this room?
We were sent on some... we were sent to get supplies outside of town. And all of a sudden... We were accosted by a giant... I don't know what it was. Robot?
The one we saw outside? And I'll describe the butcher.
Yes. Maybe. I don't know. Something like that.
Who's Frederick?
I'm not sure, but we hear him over the intercom talking to the rest of the creatures. He's clearly their leader.
Look, the way behind us, it's blocked off. There's all sorts of robots who are trying to catch us from that direction. It's a no-go. The only chance you folks have, really, is for us to go about our business. You're honestly safer in there for the moment.
What if they come back out and start harvesting us again?
Look, you can't follow us. You're gonna let them, you ain't trained. You're gonna make it unsafe, but, shit.
Ooh, hey.
Well, god damn it. In for a penny, in for a pound.
That's right. You should pay up now, just in case something happens to you later.
They're looking at you very confused. What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Hand it over, Lang.
Don't worry about that. It doesn't concern you.
Sarge and Lang spend a minute transferring some credits. Can you... How does this... What's the lock mechanism for this cell?
There's a button that would open it.
Hey, for all we know, Sarge, it's a trap. We hit that button, sends an alert. Swarmed of robots.
Well, if killing the butcher over there didn't warn them, then I doubt some button is.
Just play along.
She's not... didn't get that at all. Just, push the button. You follow us. I'll shoot you dead.
They look at each other. I guess we'll stay here then.
Well, we'll leave the door open in case we don't come back. You can do your best to find your way out, but believe me, you're best off waiting for the coast to be clear.
Is it just you two in there?
In this one, there are other cells with other people. Some of them are injured, some of them are unconscious.
Hey, you know of anyone who can fight?
No. They seem to be all like in different states of being battered, so even if they could, they probably wouldn't be much help. Just open all the cells so we can get out if we have to. That's all we ask for now.
Those security bots have weapons that we could remove?
Yeah, but they're worse than yours.
No, I was thinking just to
Oh,
give
yes,
the
absolutely.
civilians,
Mhm.
give them
Yep.
like some ghost
Yeah,
of a
the
chance
two
to
security
say,
bots had shotguns, I think, or something like that.
Okay, so Tomahawk will go out and just rip those off and bring them in and just throw them to 2 people at random. So, just in case.
Seeing him do that, Sarge looks at her own shotgun and starts reloading.
Mm-hmm.
We
All
moving
right.
out, Sarge?
Yep, we're moving out, folks. Sit tight. I know it's going to be hard, but it's for the best.
Yeah. Fine. We won't follow you, and we'll only run if we have to.
That's the spirit. All right. Is this basically where the red corridor led?
Yeah,
Or was
yeah.
there more to go?
This is a dead end, but there is another spot where, basically, they were processing the bodies along the red corridor. It's split off into two paths.
Okay. So,
As you do come back out, you're kind of your attention. Go ahead and give me a no check, actually. Someone, no intelligence.
I'm sorry, do a notice?
No. KNOW.
Oh, a no. That's
Just one-
not me. That sounds
just
like a
one
Lang.
person?
Yeah.
No intelligence.
Go for it, Lang.
Is that a six? I don't see a no skill. Oh, there it is. -1. How do I put no intelligence?
Just
Oh, fuck. Okay. Yeah, I get you.
that's good enough, actually. Yeah, let me whisper something to you.
Fucking English.
It took me like several minutes to figure out. No, what?
Is that
No,
noteworthy at all?
Um,
I imagine a lot of things have that.
well, like there's a barcode on the flesh, like that's what I mean.
Like fucking branded
Yes.
or
Mhm.
added.
Yeah,
Alright.
tattooed from what you can tell.
I'm gonna head over to machine. Are these readers like little guns you can scan things
Yeah,
with?
more or
are they-
less.
I'll take one of those over and head over to the corpse.
Yeah, as you do that, it activates one of the machines. You're not sure what the machine is doing. It like brings down like a essentially a basket, probably to be loaded in. But it appears the general gist of it. It appears that the barcodes can activate machines.
And the one that I activated, what's that all about?
It looks like the barcodes can activate multiple machines. The machine you activated right now isn't doing anything specifically useful. It's just it's like a crane lowers a basket for where you actually scanned it. Each machine that you scan has a different purpose.
Alright, well, And these are like tattooed on an arm or a leg, or where's it at?
Mostly it's on arms, the wrist.
Are there any severed arms?
Yes, there's plenty.
Okay. Hear me out, guys. I think we need to take one of these arms.
What?
Do you want to say that again, Lang? It sounded like you said, we're going to take one of these arms.
Yes. I don't need to repeat myself. It's exactly what I said.
I think we're just trying to open it up for you to explain.
Did you not see me walking around the room this entire time? They got little codes on them. I guess we could skin it, but that's...
Okay, so do all the codes say the same thing?
I'm gonna look them over. Are they all the
Yeah, they
same?
appear to be all the same thing. You try a couple other random machines and it works on all the ones you try in this room.
Yep. Looks like we only need one arm.
Okay, well, you get to carry it.
Man, I'm just the idea guy. Tomahawk seems more up your alley.
Nah, I'm not the arm guy. Looks like you're the ideas guy and the arm guy. Lucky
Hey,
day.
I'm already all jobbed up. Sarge,
Just
you're the
cross
leader
this
here, huh?
All right. She picks up an arm and kind of shoulders the shotgun. Just kind of holding it by, the wrist area where it's narrowest. Let's go.
I mean, technically,
Tries to
you only
avoid looking
need
at
that little tack. So you can take a knife to it, maybe.
Let's just go. I'm not skinning somebody's arm.
No, it's a corpse. I don't think they mind.
I know, but I do.
Sarge needs the extra hand.
All right, catch you later soon. Robin, take care.
Okay. They seem scared.
See you all in hell.
Already in hell. Yep. You can head back out towards the other area if you would like, or back to the green path. It's up to you.
And we're already down the red path. We'll head the other way on the other branch.
Will that mean going back
Yes.
out into the
Mhm.
assembly line?
No, well, you don't have to go all the way out into the assembly area. It's over here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then it's to the left, or down from that area.
This way?
Yeah. I'll just ping. There's a... Go down this way. There's nothing in there.
Oh, this hallway.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
There's nothing in any of these rooms we're walking by.
Nothing important. Mostly parts of the factory that have been shut down, and there's nothing else there.
Wait, where's Sarge?
Help! Help!
I was taking down that hallway.
Oh,
Wrong way, Sarge. This way.
Tomahawk's just picking his nose.
Yeah, sorry guys.
All right, so have we explored this hallway that's like directly north of Sard?
Yeah, there's nothing up this way. Everything.
So we got to go back to the main assembly room.
You got to go down this way where I'm pinging. Yeah, if that's the way you're trying to go to the other part. There's a pretty narrow hallway that turns around a corner, but you hear like a lot of... You hear actually talking of some sort, muttering.
All right, Sarge will kind of hold up her fist and stop. Quiet, and she'll stop and kind of try to listen.
You hear... Go ahead and give me a notice roll. Yeah, you hear something talking about the perfect flesh in a robotic voice. The perfect flesh. The perfect flesh. Assign it to 1875. The perfect flesh. Assign it to 4381. The perfect flesh. Assigned to 753609.
Is that coming from, like, in this little
Yeah,
room
it
that
is
I
not
can
like over an
hear?
intercom. It's somebody actually speaking. Close.
Alright, she can kind of spot someone from inside that doorway, and she definitely sees someone up ahead. Are there stairs there? Is that what the brown is? What is the
Yeah, there's stairs up.
stairs up? Okay.
Mhm. Are you gonna go peeking about?
Where's my tank?
He's in the back, of course.
Yeah, he's got a bit distracted. Which way did he go?
They're down below, laying there.
Okay, cool. Let me catch up.
Sarge kind of gestures back at him to get up there. And
Yep. Okay.
okay.
Heading down.
I think she
If
kind
I
of
can
points
see
in the
him.
room. I think we should go in the room first.
Oh, okay. He can see it from where he was.
Hmm.
Heading in if I can quietly, or are we going to charge in? What's the
Oh.
best way?
Try to go quiet. She makes like the symbol for go quiet.
You can do a sneak
Like
roll.
magic.
The universal shush symbol. Finger to mouth.
Okay, so I'll try and see if I can sneak a bit closer to the one that's towards the bottom, and get close enough for a sword.
Yeah, just give me a sneak right there. Just coming in the room.
Okay, sneak and X.
Let's see. Yeah, it immediately turns towards you, and you see this robot. But this robot's a little different. On top of its head, it has a metallic face up to pretty much the top of where maybe the ears are. But on the top of its head is an exposed brain with various cables going into it from the ceiling. It looks at you and immediately goes for a gun on the table. And we will do initiative. Let me clear everything. Go ahead and roll initiative. Just another day of let's see. What? The soldier bot next to the overseer sees Tomahawk comes in, and he will immediately shoot. It has a weapon in its hand. Burst firing. That is a miss. Yeah, it points its shotgun. Everybody that's in the hallway hears like a boom, and then just crumpling plaster and stuff off the wall as he misses, laying her up.
Yeah, I'll just make my way down this corridor. Shoving past Sykes. I can't really do anything, so I'll just reposition over here, I guess.
Okay. Sarge, what would you like to do?
She gestures to Sykes and then points to the one that's down the hall, and then she'll move into the room with Tama. Alright, and there's the brain guy and the soldier bot. Soldier bot goes first. So she'll drop the arm on the floor.
That's an action. No, just kidding.
She's unarmed.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, Lord.
Aim at soldier bot.
Yeah, go for it.
You.
That's a miss.
Ah.
Oh.
Yeah, you're just too close. Everything's kind of crowded, and you don't get a good shot off, and it misses. So it's Overseer's turn. Overseer he actually takes a couple steps back, and he aims and shoots at Sarge, who is closest. And that's a miss. Yeah, it just goes flying wide, and as he moves back, some of the cables in his head detach from the ceiling. Soldier Bot 2 kind of moves down on the top of the stairs and sees Lang there, and attempts to shoot him. That's a miss. Just ricochets next to Lang, throwing like dust all over him as it shoots the wall. As Tomahawk, you're up.
Okay, so Tomahawk's
Wait,
gonna.
did Psych... Oh, never mind. I'm
She's
sorry.
after him.
Tomahawk, can you get? Yeah, I guess. Can you actually reach that soldier bot, or is it actually possible?
Yeah,
over
that's
that
fine.
table?
Go
Can you,
ahead.
like,
It's fine.
Okay. Okay, he'll just kind of jump up there and run along and jump down and try and take a slash at that soldier bot.
Okay. Good.
Okay. Oh, yes.
Oh yeah, that's a hit. He takes 10 damage. Doesn't kill him. How does it look though? As it damages him pretty badly.
Yeah, so Tomahawk just takes a kind of flying leap off the table and kind of slashes diagonally down across its torso with the monofilament blade just to see as he goes down. He just opens a great big gash straight through its kind of exoskeleton and exposes a load of wiring and internals.
Yeah, it staggers back
Just slugs.
slightly. Yep. Sykes, you're up.
Sykes is going to use her movement to come up to here, which is unfortunately as far as she can go. Can she spend an action to laying out of the way?
You can shoot over his shoulder from that close, I would say. Not a big
Okay,
deal.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, she'll. Then in that case, she'll have her pistol and look over at Lang. Excuse me, and then take her shot.
So kind.
Oh wait.
Yeah, weapons. That's a hit. Doesn't kill it, hurts it. What does it look like? Is shot.
She takes her shot, and it hits on its shoulder, around where the left shoulder, the metal portion, kind of blackening and opening up from the shot.
The soldier with tomahawk in front of him levels its weapon and tries to shoot him from extremely close range.
Tomahawk's yelling, "Come on!"
Yeah, he just barely misses. How do you evade that from almost point blank range?
Basically, as it sort of levels the shotgun to shoot at him, he kind of knocks the barrel aside just a little bit and kind of dodges at the same time. And it goes off right next to him and kind of whistles past.
Yep. Lang, you're up.
Yeah, there's a ringing in my ear from this nice high-power weapon being shot right. So I'll lean down, pull up my pistol, and angrily shoot at soldier.
Sure. That's a miss.
Yes, can I shoot and then move?
Yes, you can.
I will go behind her and cover my ears.
You shoot and flee. Sarge, you're up.
All right. Sarge likes to focus on one guy at a time, so she'll move so she's not blasting through tomahawk.
Thank you.
And attack soldier.
Okay. That is a miss. Don't forget you do have your special ability warriors.
Yeah, I know. I'm saving it.
Okay. Yeah, that misses somehow. They're just too entangled with each other. You're trying to worry about not shooting tomahawk and are unable to get a good shot. Let me see about this guy. Yeah, he has his weapon aimed at you, Tomahawk, but with his other hand he reaches out and... We require assistance. Come to the compound. And you're not sure what happens, but that's his turn. And this soldier...
Just so you know, there's this function in here, Tomahawk, that if you wanted to, you can do like an instant attack, but you take a negative for doing it. So you could try to interrupt him before he does that if that was something that you would do. I thought it was an interesting mechanic in the game.
Yeah, can I try that?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead.
I think it's a negative
Okay,
4.
thank you.
Now, do you want to interrupt him doing that, or do you want to actually attack him?
No, I mainly want to interrupt him doing it because it sounds like he's calling for
Yep.
help. So,
what's the negative on that?
I think it's negative 4.
Okay.
And if you really want to, you can just make it an automatic hit. But
Yeah, 'cause
I
I
don't
can
think you have to
decline it with
decide that until after you
Yeah, that's
attack
correct.
anyway.
Yeah, so that might be a good use of that. And I think I will. Actually, does it hit with
That's
the,
a miss for sure.
with the shock
No,
damage?
that's
wouldn't be enough.
below.
Not trying to
That's a
damage.
7.
Yeah,
You have to
I'll-
have a 10.
I'm going to make that a hit.
Yep.
I'm going to use my ability and make that a hit.
Okay, so you're able to kind of, how do you knock it out of his hands so he can't call for backup?
Yeah, so as he reaches out, I just swing around with the blade, and I don't actually manage to cut him with the blade, but I kind of hit him with the flat of the blade and just knock that arm aside and just jar him massively, knock him off balance.
Okay. The question is, would he get another turn?
No,
Yeah.
you can only do it if you've still got an action during that turn.
No, I'm talking about the VI
So
Overseer.
Okay.
Yeah, he didn't actually get to complete that, so he turns to you, Tomahawk, as you've done this, and then he aims at you and fires point blank range. That's a miss. But he misses.
Point blank missing. That sucks.
He's got tentacles caught to his head, man. The other soldier bot shoots at Sykes in the hallway. Miss.
Hey.
Jeez.
Hey.
So yeah, just another shotgun shell misses. Tomahawk, you're done. Sykes, you're up.
All right, Sykes is gonna take another shot at that butt.
I promise when I play tested this was a lot harder.
This
Wasn't
is
impossible, but
still pretty challenging. We've been pretty conservative too. We haven't just
yeah, that's
run
a
it.
miss. You shoot back and it's just not going well for anybody right now. This soldier bot gets back kind of a little bit and then fires at, let's see. Fires at Tomahawk. Miss. God, these guys are rolling awful. Lang, you're up.
Right. Well, the shuffle continues. I will move forward and take a shot.
Okay.
After you. No, after you.
Hide me, hide me.
Dancing.
That's a hit, and not
Hey,
quite.
nice
Not
job.
it does not quite kill him, but how does it look as he's shot and near death, certainly.
Yeah, excuse me. Sorry. Bang. Oh. That's pretty much it.
Okay. All right. Sarge, you're up.
All right. We haven't hit either of these. Wait, Soldier Bot did get
Yeah,
hit.
it's
didn't
hurt.
he?
Yeah.
All right. She really wants the Overseer to go down, but better take this guy out first.
Oh, it's not keeping track of ammo. Because I've been at 11 and 12 this entire time.
Is it not?
No, it just keeps doing 12 minus 1. So it's 11 every time.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know.
Is this a hit?
That is a hit, and you shot soldier bot, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's dead.
Hey.
How's it look?
Yeah, she aims at the Soldier Bot, keeping her eye somewhat on the brain bot, a little concerned about him calling for help again, but she sticks with the firing at this one, and almost offhandedly she takes its head off and then turns and aims her shotgun at the Overseer. She's still got to move, so she'll move over a little bit so Tomahawk's not in the way, and she'll say, surrender. We might spare you.
It just looks back at you and shoots at you in response. There will be no surrendering. Nope. Misses again. Soldier bot attempts to shoot Lang as it's almost careening over. That is a hit for 7. Yeah. So yeah, Lang, you get it fires this shotgun back at you, and it just tears into your hip and leg, almost knocking you to the ground as blood just is seeping out of the wound and open flesh.
Yeah, I can hear him scream. I'm not feeling too good here.
Tomahawk, you hear Lang scream.
Yeah, he can't actually see what's happening to him, but he hears the yellow paint from the corridor, and he kind of lets out a yell of anger himself. And can I slice at those cables attaching? This
Most
thing
of
to
them
the
have
ceiling?
already come detached as it's moved backwards. It's not affecting it
okay.
in any way, it doesn't appear.
Okay, I will just attack
Yeah,
it then.
that's a good idea, though. Nope. Miss. Yeah, you
the shock
swing,
damage?
and it just dodges to the side. Would you ask?
Oh yeah, of course it's not even. Oh, I was going to ask about the shock damage, but I haven't even.
Yeah,
hit
you
10,
have to
I?
get
No.
10 to get the shock damage. Sykes, you're up. With a bloodied and injured
Oh.
Lang in front of you.
Oh, no, she'll take care of that robot still going, right?
It
That's still
shot him.
yeah, so she's going to aim at the bot again. Um, sorry again, and kind of wink at him before shooting. Let me get that pistol.
Okay, that kills it.
Hey.
Yeah, you
All right,
shoot it right in the head. It just teeters
Nice.
backwards and crashes to the ground. Lang, you're up and injured.
Why does this hurt so much? I'm gonna start crawling back around the corner. You okay? Did you get hit?
Oh, who's he talking to?
You're the only one here.
Okay, so can she
You wanted to go
respond? She'll motion to herself. I think you're the only one.
Yeah, his blood
Well,
smears on the
You owe me
ground.
for this.
You
Is
can
a
attempt
Lazarus patch a
to.
healing item?
I know Sykes can heal, but I can't.
There's
heal
Lazarus
right now.
patches. That's if you hit 0.
I think there's just a heal action that you can try. It's like 10 plus.
If I fuck it up, do I kill myself?
Oh, jeez.
I don't know.
Let me see. Give me a sec. Let's take just 5 minutes. We're almost done.
Wait, no, she can't.
Where's the SRD when you need it?
Yeah, heal usually
Can
is just it's not for like healing hit points. It's for healing if you're like at 0 hit points, basically, keep you from.
So when you're injured, you're basically that's it.
Yeah.
There's no like stabilizing it or anything.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware.
I'm gonna pick the shells, not the shells, I guess pellets. What kind of shotgun?
I'm probably shells.
Yeah. Pick some buckshot out from my skin around the corner while they're all doing their own thing.
Okay. Sarge.
Alright, Sarge is gonna try to get this overseer. And actually, she has an ability that I forgot about. That even on a miss, she does 1d4.
Oh yeah.
So I have to remember that.
That's Gunslinger 2, right?
Yeah.
Well, that is a
Dang it,
miss.
I'm gonna call that a hit.
Yep. It takes 10 damage. So how does it look? But it's still up.
Yeah, so she fires at it, and there's a slight wobble as she kind of tries to peek out to get a look at Lang, but she restudies herself and fires, hitting it in the shoulder. Fuck. Tommy, get this one.
It actually moves away, and there's an intercom over here. It slaps the intercom with its offhand. In need of assistance. Now.
Could I try and interrupt that again?
You can attack him as he moves, sure.
Yeah, just try and slow
But
him down.
if you got to kill him to keep him from.
Okay, I'll give it a try. Let's try and slash him again.
That's a miss.
I
But
can- I
he
can at least
he
do the
does take
down.
shock damage from that, though. Yeah, you hit him kind of on his way out, but it's kind of superficial, cutting him not as badly as you would assume. He gets to the end of the hall, hits that intercom, and begins to call for help. And Sykes, you're up out in the hallway.
And Tomahawk will just yell out, "Company! Company's coming!"
Sykes is gonna look over at Lang. Hear that? You better get in here. Better off with the rest of us. And so she's gonna go into the room. So it's basically only that guy? Alright, let me... Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, she'll come over here and take aim at that guy.
Mm-hmm.
I guess, is that the overseer?
VI overseer, yeah.
Okay. So she, where is that?
Miss.
Oh.
Yeah, Lang, you're up again.
I still crawl my way into the room, and I can't shoot because then I'll hit my boys.
No, you can shoot. You're good from there. She's so close to you that you can.
Prone position. Whip it out, take a shot.
Keep it in your pants.
You miss.
Misfire, naturally.
Yeah, you all are beating down on this thing. Sarge, you're up.
Okay. What does on turn action mean?
On your turn, I believe.
Right, I have an ability that says I can reload as an on turn action. It's part of the
I think it's
thing.
for
That sounded-
free.
I think that's what it means too. So she
it's on your turn, but you
reloads,
can do as many as you
and she will move forward a little bit.
That kills it.
All right.
want.
Looking
Sarge,
extremely
get stuff done.
frustrated, she strides forward, puts the shotgun to her shoulder, and hits it. This time, some of it hitting the exposed brain, and it collapses to the ground. Shit. Fuck. Too slow.
Shit, sorry, Sarge. Should have
Psych.
had him.
Sykes is gonna go over to Lang. You gonna be able to do this?
I don't know.
Sarge looks at the severity of Lang's wound. Get that patched up a little bit. Only way out is through.
It's gonna get infected.
We'll take care of that another day.
You guys want to give me a notice check? Yeah, Tomahawk and Sykes, you both see in the Overseer, you see that there's a basically the size of a hard drive, something along that line, embedded in the Overseer's chest.
What's that? Point towards it.
I see it too. Sykes is gonna move over to the Overseer and take a look at the hard. Is it like?
It's more than that. It also has a couple buttons and an interface jack. You could plug your data pad into it, but you really aren't. I don't know what your program skill is, but
She'll definitely look back over to Lang and see Tomahawk over there. Hey, Tomahawk, bring Lang over here. I think we've got something he needs to look at.
All right, up we get, Smiler. And I'll pull Lang to his feet. try and do it fairly gently and help him over.
What? What do you need?
There's she's gonna point to the overseer where that hard drive is exposed. This is kind of your area, so do your thing. Is there anything you can do? Seems like it might be important.
Whatever. Give it a look.
Give me a program roll. Okay, 1 second.
That's all I get from this console?
It's not even a console. It's a it's some sort of data interface in the VI that they pulled out. There's various conversations of that gist and other things that aren't that interesting. There is one other thing though. Hold on.
The most important thing.
I don't know about that.
I'm sorry. Did I?
No, I'm sending Lang some text.
Okay.
Well, there's nothing really important here. Nothing that'll help us out of this situation.
There's nothing important at all. Like no.
Can I copy this and like give it to someone
Yes,
later?
absolutely.
Or... Yeah, then I'll copy a file to my little PDA thing.
Sykes throws up her arms. You'd think that being all connected and everything. So as she motions up to wherever the overseer was connected to all the cords. Whatever. Let's just, I guess, get out of here.
Give me any
has-
idea? Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say Tomahawk's just stuck he's not actually out in the corridor, but he's stuck his head out in the corridor and he's keeping an eye in both directions.
Yeah, as you peek your head out, you don't see anything, but you hear a clunk, 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 clunk on the ground, getting closer and closer. It sounds like multiple sounds kind of blending into one as they walk in unison.
So
Yeah,
we got
look.
to move. We got to move. They're coming and there's lots of them.
If we have to run, I'm not sure I'm gonna make it.
Now, this guy just used a physical intercom,
He
didn't
did.
he? Lang, go over to that intercom and tell him that reinforcements are not needed after all.
Was it audio or was it?
It was
Yeah,
out of
he just-
audio.
he just
He said
spoke.
something. Sure.
Did he sound like a fucking robot or did he sound like a human?
He sounded kind of like a robot, yeah.
Say situation under control. No support needed. Return to station.
What do you say, Lang? He says nothing.
Nothing. Nothing. True. Did we
I don't
lose
know.
Demi?
Hey,
Yep,
hello?
I can hear you now.
There you go.
So I just had a fucking blackout. I'm on my phone right now.
no.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
geez.
Oh.
Wow.
That's fine anyway. So basically she tells you to talk over the intercom, and as you're considering if that would even have a possibility of working, the screen begins to fade to black as the robotic footsteps get ever closer. And we will pick this up later.
Yeah, sick. Catch you later, I guess.